Uh-oh. I got notifications. So many comments on old Dinosaur Island videos. Uh-oh. Some dude critiquing my sarcastic comments on a YouTube video from 5 years ago, saying that I should improve my professionalism and debating skills. It's not the point. Hey guys, how you doing? Just getting everything set up because YouTube's live thing sucks and the chat just glitches out and flickers all the time, so I gotta go load up the stream in another tab just to see the chat consistently. It might not still flicker, but I don't trust it. I don't freaking trust nothing on YouTube anymore. Are you the most, you're my most favorite, or that's a comment. Just want to make sure that the audio is functioning on a basic level. Stop. Hey, the audio is functioning on a basic level. Awesome. So, I have not been on a stream in so long. Cool. Hammer is an immortal stick. Hammer is a stick, that's for sure. Gibson, what did you think of the Brachiosaur scene in JWFK? Whatever. I don't know why people thought it was so sad. It was so out of place, and it felt very forced. It's like the whole movie feels like an episode of Scooby-Doo. And then you've got this sudden, like, absurdly overdramatic sad moment. It was just stupid. Whatever. Also, I'm sorry, but I'm on Team Aiden with the whole, any dinosaur can swim argument, because pretty much any large animal today can swim. So just fucking jump off the dock, Mr. Brack. Uh-oh, I already swore. Demonetized. Demonetized. Parents, cover your ears. I haven't attended a stream since the release of episode 2, season 5. Oh wow, that was a while ago. That was like November. Feelings on the Collector 2018 Cerato. It's really quite solid until you get to the teeth. And the teeth are just so poorly sculpted and painted. But I like the paint on the face. I like the, almost Native American looking like war paint patterns. I'd love to see more of that sort of stuff. We're kind of getting a little bit of it on the Carno, a little bit of interesting head patterning. Yeah, it's because that's the same background from the first movie when Alan sees. Oh, I see. Now they didn't even make that clear. Do you think the Indoraptor was unoriginal? Well, obviously it was. So which bros are we hanging? We're hanging. We're hanging the dude bros and the awesome bros. The dude bros and the awesome bros are getting strung up in the trees by their feet. How is episode 6 coming? Just as unjoyfully not kind of amazing as always. It is coming along slowly but surely. I want to have it out before the end of May. I'm not sure if that's entirely feasible, because it is kind of a lot. How about those Italian bros? No, the Italian bros didn't do anything, Cameron. Watch Dinosaur Island I put in my art project. Wow. What dinosaur should I put in my project? I couldn't have misread that worse. You should put whatever dinosaurs you want, but also maybe try to just pick interesting species, species that other people aren't using so much. That's always my biggest advice when people ask that. But I also think it's important to note that the species you pick isn't the most important thing. What you do with the individual characters is, and you can do a lot with pretty much any species. So, whatevs. You seen Endgame? If so, I haven't seen Endgame. Are you dummy thick? I am thick and dumb. What a dinosaur do you hate the most? I don't hate any dinosaur. Except for Thanos. Thanos is stupid. There's your answer. I had a dream that the Schleich Acro was flossing and the Safari Giga was T-posing. How? I mean, just interesting report on what your brain does when you're unconscious. Who would win in a fight, V-Rex or I-Rex? I don't really know enough about V-Rex. I mean, it seems like V-Rex doesn't have any special or interesting adaptations. It's just kind of big and has really poor dentition. I got the 2019 Safari Cerato. Oh, Safari Carno. I can't read words today. I thought you should know. I got the 2019 Safari Carno. Its color shades look better in person. Yeah, I always like the colors. I mean, the cross stitching is a little bit much, but I like the orange head. What do you prefer, Indoraptor or Indominus Rex? I'm lean towards Indominus Rex because obviously it actually is the one that's slightly more original. I still think they should have gone crazier with the design, and I think just going for an all-out, completely bizarre, alien-looking design would have been my preferred, even though I get that that might have been too extreme for a massive, high-budget Universal Studios production. They're not going to be overly daring with anything, and they want to keep it, you know, feeling classic and all that. But Indoraptor, I don't even like the design. The Indoraptor just looks kind of fake with its colors. I mean, I don't know. I used to like the colors because I was like, okay, at least it has interesting colors, but it looks so toy-like, and it's got this like almost a Bellasaur looking head. I wish it had a thinner skull. I've gotten the Schleich Golden T-Rex. What? How has your day been? And a Papo Acro. That's an okay figure. My day's been pretty solid. I'm exhausted, which is why I'm here. That makes no sense. Scooby-Doo versus Allosaurus on drugs. Who would win? Obviously Scooby-Doo. No one beats Scooby-Doo. Why I lose my mod? I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, your channel was lost for a while, and then you got it back, and its name is changed. I don't know, man. But I will mod you because there's almost no mods here. I should actually start modding some new people, I would say, just because, like, we lost Chris, we lost Austin Hall. Jagged Gamer is obviously still around, but he doesn't show up very much. So, yeah, I would say we lost a good amount of our mods. Yeah, Flamer, I don't know why I called you Flamer. I just kind of read your name absentmindedly. Yeah, I should probably mod you as well. And I won't mod any more people today because I don't want to be rash with my decision making. But there you go. It's fine. Flamer's fine. Yeah, sorry, this is awkward because like I already know your actual name. Pokemon Beast. Someone says, "What's up, brother? What's up, brother, dude? Uh, what are your thoughts on the 2017 Safari Diplo? Beautiful figure. The colors are a bit much, but I still love them. Like, if I really try to imagine it as a real Diplodocus, I'll admit I'm not the hugest fan of the bright blue, but I maintain that overall as a figure it pulls it off somehow. Got any new figs? Also, are you ever planning to get any new Schleich figures or Peniso and Eofauna? Uh, I haven't gotten any new figures since the last Hawaii Safari batch. I should be getting new figures soon because, number one, it's about time I need to be reaching out to Safari and asking for some more 2019 stuff. And also, I do have some plans to get other things as well. As far as Schleich is concerned, I really have no interest in anything they've got besides the Spino and maybe the Satako and a couple other things. Not a high priority for me. I'll pick some of that up eventually. PNSO and Eofauna are actually high priorities right now, and where I want to head next. I want to get the Straight Tusker, and I want to get the Giga as well from Eofauna. And then for PNSO, I want to get a few of the marine creatures, mostly the Ophthalmosaurus, and I'd also like the new Spinosaurus because it just looks fantastic. So hopefully we'll be getting some PNSO and Eofauna stuff on the channel for the first time soon. Dynaman needs to make a child Bionicle screen compilation. It would be hilarious. Okay. Do you know about the strong and mighty Mosh shops? No. Pianozo is great. Their smaller marine figures are beautiful. Hey, Loka. I couldn't decide if I was gonna say hey or hello, so I said hey, low. Yeah, Pianozo. I love their small stuff, but I'm more excited about the statues right now. I've always been like I've always been very like intrigued by the smaller figures they do. but I feel like I was never fully motivated to get them because they were so little, and then a lot of their older statues are just enormous, but now they're starting to do, like, the 1/35 scale stuff, and they have been for a while, but I'm finally starting to, like, really look into it. So things like the Spinosaurus or is it Winston or Wilson, the one Tyrannosaurus? Like, stuff like that is really interesting me because I'm like, "Alright, that's big, it's impressive, but it's not so big that it's, like, horrifically out of scale, it'll still work with most figures." PNSO, something isn't right here. Uh, that's it's PNSO, okay? Exams are stressing me the heck out. Boy, I hear you. Not really. I'm in community college, and we don't have finals for several more weeks. I'm sure that my stress is only a fraction of yours. I wonder why I don't see the Collect 2018 Deluxe Tyrannosaurus in any of the Dinosaur Island type shows. Probably because it was disappointing to most people. Uh, I have not seen Endgame, sorry. Also, everyone listen, Jurassic World 3 has an actual title. Does it now? I know you said you're not a fan, but I feel you should give the Schleich conquering the Earth Tyrannosaurus a look. The head is not as big in person and is quite... See, I doubt that because I actually thought it looked all right in the stock photos, and the more in-hand photos and videos I see of it, the worse the head looks to me. Safari Limited Hoe Tusker. The Hoe Tusker. Yes, as soon as I said straight tusker to refer to the straight tusk elephant from Eofauna, I immediately thought of the Hoe Tusker. The way he delivers that. The Hoe Tusker. It's so brilliant. I'm in gym about to play tennis. Not a good time. Oh, poor Sketchy. He's got to play tennis. The name of Jurassic World 3 is... It's called Jurassic World Extinction. Ben is a hoe tusk. Is it though? No, it's not. That's encouraging. You know, I'd like that dinosaur species. Well, it's already a mammoth species. That's not what it's called, but that's what its name translates to. The hoe tusker is in like a garden hoe because like it could use its tusks to dig. I almost said it could use its hose to dig. What's your favorite dinosaur besides Tyrannus? Allosaurus. Also, my foot is swollen from ant bites. Sweet Lord. Sketchy is in some gross emotional pain. Jurassic World 3, The Last Genome. That would be a terrible title. Jurassic World Electro Boogaloo. Electric Boogaloo, sorry. Okay, that's actually better. Spinosaurus R. T-Rex. Axiomatically incorrect. Jurassic World 3, The Lost Village. Good gravy. Oh, F for Sketchy. Everybody put an F for Sketchy. Schleich Shaggy for 2020. Do you have an Instagram? I don't have an Instagram. I don't think I'm ever going to join. I just don't like Instagram. It's such a... I mean, I know that, like, the people on DinoTube use it as a legitimate, like, totally cool social media platform, but it has so many associations with just kind of superficial nonsense. Jurassic World 3, The Secret Dinosaur Island. The Shrekkening. I have a lump in my armpit. It's like a dino wasp stung me. Ugh. I have this weird bump thing. Where is it? It's on this pinky finger. It looks like a spider bit me. Or something. But it's been here for a long time. It's like sort of a combination of like an insect bite or sting and like a callus. I don't know if I can really show it. Yeah, okay, you can see it. It's not, obviously, it's not very severe, whatever it is. It's just kind of interesting. You can post your drawings. Well, I already post all that stuff to DeviantArt, and DeviantArt is such a classic, well-established website. I just like supporting it and staying over there, especially because they may be totally remaking it with the DeviantArt Eclipse. Anyone who isn't familiar should totally go check out RJ Palmer's video on it. That's the main painter boy for Saurian and whatnot. Or maybe not. I don't think he designed the CG models or anything, but he did like the concept art. The Schleich Acrocanthosaurus takes over the world. Shrek or an overweight Suchomimus for the title of WrestleMania winner. Oh, definitely an overweight Suchomimus. Ever want to get Kenner figures? I got 13 of them. Nice. You can customize your IG to show what you want in search like that. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, but it's not about that. That's the other thing is I don't think I would ever use Instagram. I would never actually, I would use it to post, but not to browse. Like, I could never foresee myself really, with the exception of just a few pages. Um, and I feel like platforms like that, where I'm going to use it to post, but I'm never actually going to use it to look at what other people are doing, are ultimately going to be platforms that I lose interest in. I mean, like, Facebook is the perfect example of that. I never, almost never, I've used Facebook for messaging, and that's what keeps me there. Is it's a, besides Discord, it's a good backup messaging system for, you know, most things. And obviously I have my actual page over there. But I haven't clicked on just the news feed in forever. By the way, they opened up the new JW ride at Universal Studios. Ah, cool. Every time I take a step, my shoe rubs on my foot. Oh my god, you poor boy. What should Safari make next? Walking, Spino, Cryolophosaurus, or Baryonyx? Of those three, certainly Baryonyx. Walking Spino would be cool, but maybe give a couple of years break before another Spinosaurus. And Cryolophosaurus, people have been saying they need to do this. I totally disagree. The Carnegie one is fantastic. There's no need to replace it in any kind of hurry. Obviously, it's discontinued, but it's still relatively easy to find. I think most of us probably already have it. Some stupid so guy. Okay, I guess I have a foot fetish now. Thanks. Ah, god damn it, you gave OG a foot fetish. I'm making this series called Genesis Island. Uh-oh. And the last Spino. Huh? Rip Rexy and the Gibson, what is your favorite year for Safari? Mine's 2017. I would agree, although 2018 is runs close behind. And 2019, honestly, I mean, has a lot going for it, even though it's definitely not number one. What do you think happened to Isla Sorna? Lazy writing. More Edmontosaurus figures, please, and not super tiny ones. We need more Cryolophosaurus toys, I suppose. Cryolophosaurus seems like one that has hardly been represented, but we've already gotten a couple really nice versions between the Carnegie and the Batat. The Batat one I do think is slightly overrated. Me and David were talking about this in a call a while ago, or maybe it was Aiden. They were agreeing that it's a little overhyped, but I still love certain aspects of it. The color scheme is just a wonderful thing. Name one new figure you want for Papo, Safari Collect, and PNSO. PNSO, I want more sauropods, but not as huge as like the Huang Titan or whatever it's called. Like, that's too big. But like the Mamenchisaurus is on my list of figures to pick up. If they put out one, like more 140 and 135 like sauropods, I'd be into that. Maybe some more smaller species as well. I'm not a huge fan of the Amargasaurus, to be honest. There's some things I don't like about it. I prefer Safaris, and they're both massively out of scale, so I really only want one gigantic Amargasaurus on the shelf. For Papo, I really don't care what they make at this point. I have very little investment in them. They're just a weird crapshoot that's always going to make some funky stuff, and they just keep getting weirder and more unpredictable. I don't think we have any control over Papo's creative decisions or what they do. Like, they're just doing whatever. And Safari and Collecta is just my usual list of like Baryonyx, Plateosaurus, and Neovenator, and mostly those. I have a small list of species that I just really want to see from companies. We do have an okay Neovenator from Favorite, actually, but it's not great. The sculpt is really solid, but it's like bright lemon and lime. JW4 will have Mutant Duck, a Mutant Duck with Cryolophosaurus feet, with Alan Grant as a Velociraptor child. Wow. Really, creature there dead, huh? Will Blizzard ever return? Probably not. I mean, I want to maybe do something with a cameo with Blizzard, because has an oddly large reputation for how minimal of a character he was in Season 3. But I have very little interest in having him return as a major player, especially because he already was a major player in DIR and had a rather full arc over there. The Baryonyx looks hideous. See Andy's review. No, I completely disagree. People are on crack cocaine about the Collecta Baryonyx. There's one bad thing about it, and that's that its jaw doesn't line up when it's closed very well. And that is very unfortunate, but everything else looks better to me. I don't understand, like, the colors look just as fine. They look different, but they look just as good. And the biggest thing to me is that the teeth look better. The teeth on the Collecta Baryonyx in the pictures were just like, they look like such a mess. And I was like, really? Are its teeth going to be this poorly done? But in Andy's review, they look not amazing, but crisp enough for me to accept them. How you doing? I love the new collector brand. I said greed fiasco. Will there be any Utyrannus in the future? Maybe, I don't know. That is not how you spell that at all. Oh, wow. I have been watching you since you screaming in your backyard, not in a creepy way. Thank you, sir. Who the hell made Blizzard popular in the first place? Well, it's because, Blizzard as a character was unremarkable and minor, but he was a genus that I loved. He was my favorite genus dinosaur, still is probably my favorite dinosaur ultimately, although Allosaurus is a close second, and, I sort of go back and forth. Um, and so I made him my profile picture, and that's why, but it was almost more that Tyrannus was my mascot for a while, not even necessarily Blizzard. But now we have other DI, and we had DIR. So it's funny, the place that Blizzard is the least consequential is actually main series DI. A lot of people think it looks inaccurate, but is based on an unpublished specimen. Oh, cool. I wasn't even concerned about accuracy. Like, it is a little, like, it has a kind of a tubby barrel shape going on to it. But it's not as bad. In the promo pictures, it looked like it had a really fat tail and whatnot, and it looks a little slimmer in Andy's review, so that's good. Who else thinks Victory Royale 1000 should be banned from the live stream? Why? What the heck have they done? Holy crap, what in God's name? Okay, well, for future reference, don't ask me to answer your question over and over again. Just ask it again, because I miss stuff. You can also, if you really want to get things answered, you can do the Kiki method and just tag me in the post or in the chat entry, whatever. Please don't time out people just for doing that, Flamer. He was just kind of being mildly irritating. In the Spinosaurus in JP3 is secretly a Nokia in disguise. What? I have to go to 8th grade graduation. Bye. Congratulations. The new specimen is from Isle of Wight. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's awful neat. Uh-oh, guys. I'm going to turn my mug around. Time for a Spino Dude plug. You know what sucks? My Spino Dude Reviews mug is freaking outdated. Because it says Spino Dude Reviews. Stupid. Why do you have to go change? Spino is Good Night to Die with Rexy. What? I'm about to play tennis. Okay. What should I do? Have you ever hated a figure so much you put it in the timeout corner? I did that once with Eric. I gotta go to classes about to start. Cool. Uh-oh. Mom found your poop sock. That's a bad thing. Gibson, do you ever wish that Carnegie didn't go out of production? Not really. I think that really opened up a space for what ultimately turned into a better line of Safari figures. What should I draw? You should draw me. As in, do you wish that they didn't discontinue all their It might have been nice to have some of the better one, like a small grouping of better models to stay in production, but I already have all my favorite Carnegie figures. Like, all the ones I've wanted are already in my collection. The only other ones I'd really want are the really old stuff, like the old stuff that's been discontinued for a long time from the first couple years of production. And I would still like to go through and try to pick some of that up, because some of it's really wonderful. But as far as things that are objectively more high quality and recent, like I've really got that all covered. I've got Brachiosaurus and Miragaia, Carno, Cryolopha, Concavenator, the Tylosaurus, the Diplo. Like, that right there is pretty much all the ones that matter the most for me. Have you ever seen a figure that was so dummy thick that you ate a diabetic serval's kidney? Yes, every Tuesday. I used to use red Gatorade as blood in my dioramas. Best decision ever. Was it the best decision? Because I'm pretty sure Gatorade is going to stain the crap out of everything. Draws dinosaur with Gibson's face. Do you think Safari should update their Maiasaura Corythosaurus? That'd be cool. I would love to see a new Maiasaura. I'm not sure how I'd feel about a new Corythosaurus because the Carnegie one is so wonderful that I'd be very nervous to see an updated version. This is a good look for the new Baryonyx. Ah, yeah, okay, so just sort of a stouter kind of torso with a little more of a sail bump and a bit of a thicker tail. Honestly, this makes more sense. It looks more in line with other Spinosaurids and just large theropods in general. I always thought the typical reconstructions looked like a giant coelophysoid. They were just so gracile, so that seems very believable to me. I'll be curious to hear more about it. Gibson, do you remember when it was you and Cameron as the big Dinotubers? I call it the rule of two, like of Star Wars. Anyone else want to see a Titanoboa figure? I think that would be pretty boring. Like, what can you do with it besides just making a snake? My blood is made out of dinosaur liquid crap. So vampires would never bite me. Awesome. Do you think Safari should do an update on their Carnegie Woolly Mammoth? I'd rather see them make other whatever the elephant things are. Whatever that group is. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess a new mammoth would be okay. A new woolly mammoth specifically would be okay. But the Carnegie one is still solid, and we got the mastodon, which is awesome. Okay, what about a Gigantopithecus? Again, like with stuff like Titanoboa, Megalania, Gigantopithecus, they're all these almost cryptid-like, super popular with the kids type of prehistoric creature because they're like the giant version of the modern day animal. And I just feel like in figure form, they're not that interesting. They're mostly popular just because they're cool, almost to a comical degree. I don't know. None of them do very much for me. Gibson, what figures would you like to see Collecta do some updates of? I'm trying to think of stuff from Collecta's older lines. Some new Abelisaurs would be great, because we have like the Rajasaurus and the Rugops, which are like quite old, especially the Rugops. The Rajasaurus is okay. There's also the Majungasaurus, which is alright. But I'd love to see some updates on those, man. Can we? I mean, we already got the new Carno, which looks nice, but like, can we get some other Abelisaurs? Do you have Cineraptor? I do have the Carnegie Cineraptor. Oh, that's another one on my list of ones to be updated from any company. I want to see more Cineraptors. Vitae has a very nice one, and obviously the old Carnegie one still holds up pretty well. But I'd love to see some new ones. Do you plan on buying the collector Rugops? I gotta look up the picture. I'm thinking my answer is unequivocally no. Oh God, yeah, hell no. That thing is just an ugly little beast. Oh, one fantastic figure that Sinraptor reminded me, because this is another mid-Jurassic Chinese Carnosaur. We totally need more Spinos. Please, no. We already got enough decent ones, and the PNSO one is so gorgeous, and the old Carnegie one is still great. Like, I feel like it's okay. It's a very eclectic group of weird figures, but I'm satisfied for now. But anyway, speaking of Sinraptor, PNSO has this new Yangshaunosaurus, which is absolutely gobsmackingly beautiful. I need to look up how big it is, because I don't know what the size range is like on it. But if it's 135, then I want it. If it's bigger than that, then I'll have doubt. But if it's 135, then I'm all for it. What do you think of the new PNSO Giga? Surprised this question hasn't come up sooner, because this is a bit of a controversial piece. I think it's really strange looking. From some angles, it looks nice, but there's no reason to get it. Like, if you're gonna do, like, Giganotosaurus is an animal that possibly has the best figure representation of any prehistoric genus. It's absurd how every figure that's made of it, besides like Schleichs, are just wonderful. You have the Eofauna, the Safari, the old Carnegie, the Vitae. I mean, you just have an amazingly high-grade group of Giganotosaurus figures. And if they were going to make a Giganotosaurus and add onto the bandwagon like that and saturate the market even further, they should have really put their all into it. And to me, theirs is just kind of weird looking. And so maybe in an alternate reality where good Giganotosaurus figures are uncommon, it would be worth picking up. But when you already have the Vitae, like you already have the Vitae and the Safari and the Eophon, like that's 3 135 scale ones that are better. Well, actually, I mean the Vitae one I think is marketed as 135, but it's obviously too big. Where do you get your rescue reptiles? I've been looking for one in need of a better home. Don't rescue reptiles on purpose. I've only gotten mine from friends that were giving them away, and I was just in the path, of where they were being sent, and it was just like, okay, I guess this is mine now. But get reptiles. Don't get them from pet stores. Don't try to rescue because you want to be a good Samaritan. The amount of potential issues and work that come with that are not worth it to me. And I think most reptile keepers would agree. Just find a reputable breeder and get a healthy specimen to start off. If you're an experienced keeper and you naturally fall in the path of people trying to give away reptiles, then that's another thing. But to purposely go out and seek rescue reptiles is just, there's a lot of real interesting issues that can come with that. Spino seems to have trouble with that. All his figures are mediocre at best. Yeah, well, no, I don't agree with that. That implies that the Carnegie 2009 and that the PNSO are mediocre. That ain't true, boy. And do you think Collectus should do a Tujongosaurus? That'd be all right. What is one character you killed off the miss? There's really no regret kill-offs for me, unlike Cameron. I'm pretty happy and satisfied with every character I've chosen to eliminate. I was looking through my Dino book for something interesting. What about a config? What in God's name? Thanos is a character I miss. Like if you cry every time. Okay. I come in and hear Gibson giving eyes for getting a healthy specimen. God dang it. We're talking about reptiles, okay? Nothing else. Have you seen the new Spitfire Tree Loop, Kiki? Because I think it's pretty fresh, dope, and sick. Everyone go support Spitfire Tree, go watch Mind Dive, and subscribe to Watching Relic. Let me just shamelessly plug all my small things that nobody loves. That's what she said. Do you have a leopard gecko? I do not have a leopard gecko, but the reason why everyone thought that Sharon had rabies is because she was foaming at the mouth. Well, yeah. Not just yet, sorry, was busy for Mother's Day and then catching up on all the other shiz that is delayed. Yeah, I've noticed you kind of disappeared over the last couple days, buddy. Don't you think you can you have to be active on the Discord at all times. And you have to be present watching every video as soon as it comes out at all times. That's what we expect from you, Mr. I don't work or go to school, okay? It's your one job. You had one job. This is the best Spino figure. Uh-oh. Fiasco is posting the best Spino figure. Oh, yeah, that is the best Spino figure. I agree. I don't know what the origin of it is, but it is definitely the best Spino figure. Okay, here's where it's from. I gotta look up. So it's a custom sculpt from some dude. I'm gonna hit watch on him. Goodbye, Gibson. Good luck with the rest of the stream. I'm sorry, Gibson. Please don't okay. Return dance, go. Okay, this is gonna be the least motivated return dance of all time. Okay, there you go. That's all the return dance that you deserve. Moist Yams. Hello, Jib. Is the best Spino figure from Kayakasaurus? No, it's another one from someone on DeviantArt. Another custom sculpt. I don't know what the availability is like or how to get it. But it is pretty wonderful. I like it more than Kayakas or PNSOs because Kayak and PNSO have great I mean, they did amazing jobs, but their Spinos are very thin, and the one here is a little more chunky monkey. When will Michael appear? He's my favorite. Just kidding. I'm still waiting to see Red Sail, Silas, and Blizzard. Well, Red Sail already had his complete arc, and pretty much so did Silas. I might do more with Silas. Blizzard is a minor character for which there is no need to bring back. But Red Sail's story pretty much ended with him saving Anubis and, giving all he had to save his last family. That's a nice wrap-up for him. I don't see reason to stretch it out further. You just won the Boogie Down contest. God damn it. Can't even stream anymore because this light is the worst thing. Dude, wait. What am I waiting? Just get a poking stick. Yeah, I should get a big long stick. It's one-of-a-kind figure that cost over $200 and took the guy 20 months to complete. You need to ask for your own custom thing. He's for frick's sake. Oh, he doesn't cast? Oh, saddest thing ever. You have a hiking stick? I used to have hiking poles, and they broke, like, terribly, like, just immediately. They just died. Do you pray to Brian Barczyk 3 times a day? No, but I pray for his animals. Do you own the collected 2018 Deluxe Ceratosaurus gifts? That's Go Herping's joke, by the way. Don't credit me for that, please. I don't own the Ceratosaurus. We already talked a lot about this Ceratosaurus today. What the heck is happening? An apocalypse of the something kind. I don't know. Savage. Savage, says Amros. Everyone, it's a dance party. Bionicle, Allosaurus, T-Rex, or Velociraptor. Allosaurus. If you disagree, you're wrong. Explain 3 reasons why Schleich is the best company. Schleich's figures are the most durable. They're overpriced, so you get to feel really good about the amount of money you spend. You get to feel like you're really supporting them because you're paying too much for everything. And they're so bad that they can really teach other companies what not to do. Who disliked this stream? Some idiot. I will eat their hamster. Okay. He didn't even answer it. I did answer it. Shut up. Oh, Halo or COD. Halo. COD is just a bunch of random people with guns. Halo has the sci-fi story and lore that a person like me craves and needs. I've never even played Halo, but it's one of my favorite sci-fi properties just because of the lore story part. I don't even care about it as a game. Schleich is overpriced, he says. The Safari guy, what maybe over in Europe. Safari is dirt cheap over here, man. The only weird pricing we've had is the Stag. Everything else is freaking like come on. Schleich is always like freaking like cost like Stego. That's one figure. Schleich's entire catalog is overpriced. I'm gonna look up Schleich stuff. Just Schleich dinosaurs. Let's just go to the Google shopping page and see some of the initial prices that come up. Okay, $23 for the green T-Rex. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, it's a big theropod. $20 or 20 to 25 is pretty typical. But then you've got $15 for the Allosaurus and the Carno, both of which would surely be $10 for most other companies. And then you've got this ridiculous crap, $20 for the Pentaceratops. That's absurd. Only $17 for the Therizinosaurus. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I mean, obviously Schleich is not always overpriced. There's a lot of variance with Schleich prices. What I notice in particular is they're horridly priced when I find them in stores in my area, and they are the one company where I can actually find them in stores, and it gets bad real quick. You are a dumb American. Safari is pretty expensive abroad. Schleich ain't that bad here. Oh, whatever. I think the one we can agree prices things the best is Collecta. Collecta is cheap as all get out, man. Oh my gosh. I see this guy's problem. Should Collecta do an update on their Allosaurus? Yes, I would love to see a new Allo from Collecta. I had to scratch my or stretch my brain to even remember what their Allosaurus was. Gibson can't be American. He isn't obese. Yeah. Are they really, though? Yes! Schleich overpriced stuff. Not as bad as Papo. Not as bad as Papo. Papo is the overpricing king, but I maintain that Schleich overprices moderately, okay? Collecta is insane, yes. We need a new Torosaurus. Yeah, that'd be good. Although Collecta's is solid. I mean, but other companies, it'd be cool to see their attempt. Have you seen the tripod, Alice? Why does everyone hate my country, huh? Schleich prices are crappier than the urate that my crusty gecko crapped out on my hand. Wow. No, I mean Collecta. Sure, there's small stuff. I think they're priced pretty amazingly. They have a lot of figures for like under 10 and stuff, and I guess some of their deluxes are a little overpriced because they have this sort of philosophy of no deluxe going under about 20, and some deluxes are actually kind of small. Whatever. Schleich is really cheap here, overpriced here. Safari's overpriced here. They're both really bad at selling abroad. Yeah, I'm thankful too that Collecta is like so accessible from the US too. Like they're not hard to come by. They are priced appropriately. I feel like other companies don't get the same treatment. I feel like Safari could make a good Torvosaurus if they tried. Well, of course they could, man. Can you imagine a crazy scenario with the other DI where it would cross over with another series? Okay, I need to catch up on Dinosaur Island. I left at season 3. What? You can't complain about me missing any of your questions from now on. That is just a lack of loyalty right there. If I could replace it with any figure, I'd get the Papo Allosaurus. Oh, I regret owning this piece of garbage in my collection. I'm not sure which one you're talking. I think the Collecta Bronto on D. Jenkins is an absolute steal. How much is it on D. Jenkins? I don't think anything's a steal for it because I don't like it. I really find Collecta stuff in hand. I rarely find Collecta stuff in hand. I have to get them online. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, though, is like there are certain foreign companies that even online, it's hard to get them shipped without getting them shipped overseas. But there's plenty of American retailers that get Collecta stuff in. Okay, now you didn't have to ban him just for not being caught up on DI. But I've had this Allosaurus for years, so it's decided to me. Do you own the collected Chasmosaurus and Torosaurus? No, I do not. Hi, I've been watching since 2013. You are a big part of my early childhood. Congratulations, your early childhood is scarred. Yes, I can see that. I can see that, I guess. The birds sound like vultures. Wait. Collecta Carno or Safari Carno. If you say Collecta, you betray Safari. No, obviously the Collecta Carno is better. Do you have any worries about the new battle damage Spinosaurus by Mattel? I just don't care about it. Give Papo crap, but I find them to be the most consistently accessible abroad despite being overpriced. That is actually a good point. They are one of the few companies that I occasionally, like I've never seen them in my specific city, but in the Seattle area, I've seen them in stores. But I feel like the pricing just doesn't, I feel like nothing is excusable when you're asking like $40 for that Baryonyx or 30-some for the Acro, and all the small figures in the Ceratosaurus Cryo kind of size are all 20, and we need a Safari Gibbon for $5. Ooh, boy. I think they probably already have a Gibbon. I bet they have a Gibbon somewhere. Maybe Collecta does. Find me a Gibbon figure. And the chat is dead. The chat is dead as a doornail. No one is talking. There's fiasco. Papo has a high price since they put by far the most work in detail. Sure, the rest of them is not great, but that's not what decides price. Welcome to. I know, but here's the thing: the detail, in my opinion, is scarcely more complex or more detailed than what many other companies are doing. And more importantly than that, their figures are purely machine manufactured. Safaris are hand painted. That should bring up their price a ton, and yet they're still more affordable. To me, I don't think Papo is not higher quality enough than other typical companies to justify the jump in price, in my opinion. Should they be a little more expensive? Probably. But like I've said before, their detail just isn't remarkable enough to justify it anymore. Because, like, I mean, if you compare what they were doing 5 years ago to what Safari was doing 5 years ago, then it does kind of make sense. But you see how much Safari or Collect has progressed, and yet their prices have stayed almost the same, just rising due to inflation, like all companies rise over time a bit, or have been. Obviously, eventually things will drop because the market shifts and whatnot. But yeah, people hold Papo to great statue for past reputation, but they have been dropping in quality and price. That's another good point. The quality control for Papo's sculpts is still all right, although they have shifted away from individually sculpted scales and more into like the cross-stitching pattern stuff, which is a lazy sort of technique for putting in scalation, in my opinion. And more importantly, the paint application quality and the and all that has just gone down so much. And you look at some of the little details of how, like, my Acrocanthosaurus is painted. I don't know if I've shown this a lot. It's probably visible in the review, but there's some spots on that figure where it's just really poorly done. What prompted you to do the original Dinosaur Island? It's at the bottom of all the credits for the last 2 seasons. Raptor Boy 101 and/or Brandon Turman with his series Dino Island. You can't watch the series anymore, but you can go to the Brandon Turman channel, and he's doing non-dinosaur related short film stuff now, and it's awesome. Which company should tackle Rugops first, Collecta or Schleich? Collecta, obviously. I don't want to see Schleich try to do anything, man. when Schleich makes a great figure, it makes me very happy, but I have no faith in them, so I never have like a list of things I want them to do. Despite, I don't hate Papo at all, but I like them less than I used to, despite appreciating their figures more recently, if that makes sense. Yeah, I agreed. I feel like the new Papo Spino was a good step in the right direction. It was in terms of quality and paint. In terms of the way it's made, it's great. But it's a step back in multiple ways. It's a step back to the days when their quality was higher, in my opinion, which is a positive, but it's also a step back to when they were even more awesome, bro. Like, that thing is on a new level. It's more extreme than the Baryonyx or anything else, in my opinion. It's absolutely a new level of just ogre. And so, I don't know. I'm to a point where, like, I didn't get on the list in time to get it from Everything Dinosaur, and I'm not super sad about it. Like, I'm sort of just accepting. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm all right that I'm not going to have that. We don't know how the Spino will look. Papo doesn't tend to hold up well in hand compared to promos. Yeah, but it was Toy Fair pictures instead of true promo pics. And I often find that Papo figures look better. I think Papo's promo pics have a pattern of not giving justice to their figures. The prime examples being the Baryonyx and the Iguanodon. Are you using the word ogre because I said that? I do believe so. Really, what about that acro? Oh, the tiger acro? Yeah, that is a good example of it working the opposite way, but I find that Papo has a weird trend of unflattering promo pics. They also occasionally have the opposite effect, of course, but the new repaint wasn't as pretty at all. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I like the exaggerated design. It may not be accurate, but that doesn't mean it doesn't look cool. I don't know. I just have a hard time enjoying that stuff. I think more and more, for years I tried to kind of stay with the whole consensus of, Papo figures still look cool. But for me, just on a purely subjective taste level, I'm getting to a point where I genuinely don't think that anymore. Like, I don't know. I look at something like Safari Spino, and I think that's the figure where I have the sort of, it has accuracy issues, but I like the way it looks opinion. Like, I don't know, I find the more naturalistic, really, like, modern animal-based stuff like that, it's so crocodilian, and while that raises accuracy eyebrows, um, it just is so pleasing to me, and it fits into the environment in a really nice way. It kind of brings the vibes of its environment with it. That's what's becoming more attractive to me, and I have a hard time even appreciating just the visuals of Papo stuff. Uh, mm. What do you think of 2019 Schleich? In general, it's pretty solid. Um, I mean, yeah, probably the best year for Schleich. Once I went to a reptile show, as you do, and someone was actually selling dinosaur figures. That's hilarious. That's interesting. I mean, they usually have tables of like cage accessories and little things, and so that's hilarious. Should Safari do a larger, taller Brachiosaurus for their 2020 line, Gibson? One as tall as their old carnivore. Well, I don't want it to be super tall, like in the sense of vertical. Like I think the more horizontal neck position is good. But yeah, a large Brachiosaurus would be pretty nice. It's a little weird now. We have the Diplo and the Chimera, which are not in scale, and I don't know what scale I want them to go for. But they should pick one. I guess it'd be easiest because the Chimera is more in scale with the Aloe and the Stag. It would be easiest to stay with 140 and just have the 150 Diplo be the outlier. The Safari Spino tries to be accurate, but failed, in my opinion, for more reason that people realize the Pav one doesn't want to try, since that isn't as good. Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm sick of that. Like, we know Papo doesn't want to be accurate, but after a while, I just can't take the whole it's not meant to be good, so it doesn't matter that it's bad argument. It's like, it's still bad. I hate Papo's T-Rexes. They're two movie monsters, in my opinion. I have mixed feelings. I mean, the Papo Running Rex is like a super photogenic figure. It's friggin' gorgeous. And the classic one is like the best Jurassic Park T-Rex you'll ever get, pretty much. Besides, there is that new Rebor one, the Killer Queen, which looks solid. People have been doing like an insane amount of photos with it over on the Dino Toy blog. It's everywhere, and I'm sick of seeing it. And some dude even like has this hashtag he puts with it called "In Rebor We Trust," and I'm like, do you not know or do you not care? Like, I can't take it. So apparently Brian B. bought a wild-caught Savannah monitor and it died in 2 days. He is obviously the best reptile keeper, and Go Herping has no idea what he's... And meanwhile, Go Herping got this emaciated, stunted, through 3 homes Savannah monitor that never stopped shedding, and she looks amazing now. Do Godzilla fig I want from Papo. If Papo started doing kaiju, I might like Papo more. Like, I'm not even kidding. That would be really something. I want a more natural Rex, not a stupid Rexy from JP figure. Yeah, I agree. Even Safari's Rex is quite JP-like, despite the feathering and all that. I really would love to see one with the lips and the almost mammalian-like qualities of, like, the new Saurian design. That'd be quite cool to see. Papo Godzilla. Ooh, new Tarbosaurus paper. Diet preferences and climate inferred from oxygen and carbon isotopes of tooth enamel of Tarbosaurus batar. Now that's pretty cool. I'll keep that tab open. Can you jump over a watch, please? All right. Gibson, what's your opinion on Bully Land? They're apparently discontinuing their prehistoric range. Oh, that's kind of sad. They had a couple decent figures. They had a bit of a weird style. They had some weird quirks, and obviously some of their figures were fairly dislikable for various reasons. But yeah, they were all right. Honestly, though, Bonneville, it's much better than she used to. Speaking of, how's Penny? Penny is a god among lizards. Now that's what I call Overwatch. Oh gosh, dang it. I just walked right into that whole setup. Do you own the collected Tarbosaurus? I do not, because it sucks. It looks like a baby Albertosaurus, not a freaking Tarbosaurus. What is this skinny little lime green turd? Thanks for skipping me. I'm out. Wow, you're a very immature person. There's 21 people here. I miss one comment from you, and you get that offended. That's your problem. Okay. Put that in Aquat CDs. Yeah, someone should. Actually, someone should. If any Aquat CDs people are here, it's time for Bionicle does Overwatch. You should call it Bionicle plays Overwatch. Skinny lime green turd. Uh, What's the worst Papo figure? What a question. Why is Victory Royale is very sad? I'm not sure why. He came back with no... He said he was going to go catch up, and then he came back just with a sad face. Maybe he just reached a terrible kill-off. Default dance now. God. Back to worst Papo figure. I must say the new Pentaceratops, or Chasmosaurus, or whatever the hell it is. That one's just, like, quite an atrocity. This Fry Limited Velociraptor with feathers is pretty good. It's quite nice, man. What's up, man? What's up, man? Papobaryonyx looks more like a dragon than a dinosaur. Well, yeah. Hi, Bioniclesaurus. Hello. Wow. Chat's dead. Everybody super chat me. Pentaceratops were obviously bipeds. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would they make a Ceratop? How do you go from making 3 of the best Ceratopsian figures, or at least 2? Like, the Trike is amazing, and the Styraco and Pachyrhino are both solid, even though they're the same thing. And then you make the... How... They made those years ago. They discontinued the Pachyrhino for no reason, and now they're making this. Papo is just an amazing thing. Cut the Overwatch thing into its own clip after the stream is done, and I'll edit it. I'll inform you when it's done. Okay. Special Papo made the Baryonyx for edgy kids. Everyone raves about fluffy raptor toys, and I'm sitting here with my scaly Carnegie Deinonychus from 1990. Dude, the Carnegie Deinonychus, that is such a cool vintage freaking thing I would love to have. Okay, so the paper just confirmed some more specific temperatures and humidity for prehistoric Mongolia, but didn't really do anything to deserve the first 2 words in its title. Well, now how do you know? Did you just read it all in 20 seconds, boy? Would you like to see Safari do an update for their Carnegie Deltadrome? You did. Okay, I see your data. And you just have the scrolling just going by. Oh, it's only one pair. Oh. Well, maybe it's not the whole thing then. Is there a link to full text or anything? That's strange. I made a custom Albertosaurus. Cool. Good job. I would like to see an update on Deltadromeus, but I think I might want to wait until we know more about its taxonomy, so we know exactly, like, how to reconstruct it in terms of soft tissue and such. Schleich isn't overpriced. Papo is accurate. Spider ball pythons don't have issues, and calci sand is good to eat. Well, calci sand does taste brilliant. Yeah, the additional links just send you to the same. Wow, that's sad. Do you think Deltadromeus is a valid species, or do you think it's in a Bahariasaurus? From what I understand, Bahariasaurus is known to be in the Ceratosaur family, and Deltadromeus is now being theorized to be a Coelurosaur. So I think they must be pretty distinctly different if their theorized, or hypothesized, I should say, taxonomy is that different. But I could be completely wrong. Let me know. I made a kaiju suit, and the head is made of masking tape and paper. And surprisingly, it turned out to be pretty good. Great. This chat is dead. It is pretty dead. There's only 19 people here. And yet no chat. Do you know a good site that sends figures worldwide? Worldwide is hard. I get Everything Dinosaur I know does, like, both Europe and US, I think. D. Jenkins, I don't know what they do in terms... I know they ship to here. I don't know where else they ship. I feel like they probably ship other places. You could check around. Do you own the favorite Co-Baryonyx gift? No, but I want to. And oh my gosh, it's going to go so well with the Collecta one. Like, they're almost the same color scheme. Oh, I can't wait to have them as a pair. It's gonna be so nice. Still can't believe Go Herping ate the Kelsey sandwich. That was disgusting. So much like vicarious discomfort on my end watching that video. Oh my god. What's your favorite Carnegie figure? My favorite Carnegie figure is the 2012 Brack. I'm gonna get some more like tea and maybe some food, and I'll be back. And that's pretty much it. I'm back. Mm. I didn't actually get more tea. I just got food. That's okay. I got water. Whoever watches Go Herping can agree that potato is our Lord and Savior. The cactus is our Lord and Savior. Well, no, the potato is our Lord and Savior. But the cactus is freaking Jesus on the cross, sacrificing himself for us all. It's obviously the truth. I'm going to try to turn on this light. Oh my god, the frame rate. The frame rate on the webcam gets so absurdly better with just a little more lighting, and it's why it makes me so sad that this thing stops working. And I'm not telling because it would be fun. It would be okay. What is your least favorite dinosaur figure company? I don't know, Schleich, Papos, something. I don't. Rebor. Can we get a moment of silence for our fallen cactus brother? Yes. F's in the chat for the cactus. I made a custom Albertosaur out of the Papo T-Rex and a god-awful figure. Okay. I worship broccoli even though I'm 10. Have you ever seen the Carnegie Protoceratops and Maiasaura nest? I like those ones. The old Maiasaura honestly looks really nice. And the Protoceratops is alright too. Do you plan on buying the Collector Baryonyx? Yes. It's Spino Dude! It's Spino Dude! Wow. Look at that. No reviews. Just a dude. I think this is the first time I've actually, like, seen the dude with the changed name on the YouTube. Absolutely mad. Absolute mad lad. Spawn Dude in reviews had a problem with their relationship. They've broken up for a long time. Spino Dude killed reviews. He is deet. My goodness. Make one of your dinosaur figures do the Brontosaurus return dance. I don't think I can. I was just about to say none of them are posable, but I can think of two that are. I'll do it some other time. I want to buy the Collect a Hunting Rex, but I'm saving up for a snack. Do you remember the Dutch guy? I remember the Dutch guy. It's deep. It's deep. Favorite creature from before the dinosaurs? Any Gorgonopsid will make me very happy. Demon Dad return dance, please. Now, Demon Dad return dance. Oh my god. Ugh. That would just be so intense. The whole universe would like break down. We wouldn't know what was happening. Do it. Well, I can't do it. We need Demon Dad. I mean, I could try to get him, but I think he just left. I only know Dino Gorgon and Dimetrodon. Well, there's also Innistransevia and Gorgonops itself. I'm pretty sure there's one just called Gorgonops. Or Big Chunkus. Okay. You know what? Collective figures are really underrated. The Koreaceratops and Hypsilophodon fam. Oh yeah, those are all right. Summon Demon Dad. Okay, I will try. I will try to summon Demon Dad. Give him the snack. Give him the snack. Okay, I tried. Ugh. Penny and Demon Dad fusion and kill us all. I am the Dutch guy and I can prove it with one word. Minderwaardig Heidzegeval. Dunkley, Osteus, Anomalocaris, and Arthroplura for me. You can't pick three, you cheater. You know what thing I do really like, though? Another thing from the Paleozoic. Hyneria. What a scary-ass fish with its strong-ass pectoral fins. How would you feel if Collecta gave you a chance to make a figure, and what would it be? Like, to make them make a figure? To, like, just choose it. Something's out there. I believe something is just beyond the door. Oh, no, it left. Never mind. That was exaggerated, facepalm. Demon Penny will return dance on us all. Just watch Demon Dad bust through the door without Gibson noticing. Oh, I'll notice. Demon Dad can't slip by me. He ain't that fancy. He ain't that sneaky. Where's Penny? Get her and put her on the camera lens. I think I love your self videos. I've been watching them for 4 years. Keep making them. Do you own the Collective Megalosaurus? No. Okay. Do you own any retro 1800s looking Schleich figures? I do. Sad times. Oh. All hail Demon Dad. People just want Demon Dad. I should just quit and just have Demon Dad take over. Do your Smexy face. I will do my Smexy face. We don't really like to think of it since we associate with dinosaurs, but the Megalodon is a Cenozoic animal. What? Why? I don't associate it with dinosaurs. The first thing I think of with Megalodon is that it was only 4 million years ago. Silly. I know. I do believe that hide near and moving on land was yet another hyper-exaggerated moment from our glorious PUC to add to the. Well then, screw you, Hyneria. You are just a hysteria. Do you own the Papo Obabina? What are you? Okay. Why do you not own the Collectomegalosaurus Gibson? Because I do not want to own the Collectomegalosaurus Alex. What's your opinion on the small Carnegie figure? It's one of the worst ever. I bet Megalodon is really 30 feet. That would be disappointing. The Papo Obama? That's what I thought of. We can make dinosaurs in real life. Look it up, trust me. Yeah, okay, sure. I thought that it lived with dinosaurs until I realized it hunted whales, which only started appearing as Cenozoic. Alright, it probably would have used its fins for propping itself up underwater. Well, those are still some impressive fins. It's a huge fish. Ugh. Opabinia is a Chad. What? I can't. The Papo Donald Trump. Yeah, it's just sort of an overweight ankylosaurid with a little floof of orange feathers on the head. I would buy that. Let's just hope for the best that Demon Dad doesn't burst through the door in his underwear. Oh, no. Is it a taco, or a tack? Oh. It's a taco. What was your favorite Dinosaur Island season to record? Favorite season to record? I mean, in terms of, like, which one was my favorite season to make, it has to be season 2. I've talked about this before, but I mean, season 1 was fun, but it was also just sort of like I didn't care about it yet, so it was fun, but also very just like carefree, just kind of whatever thing. Like I didn't have much investment in it. By the time I got to season 2, I had more investment. Still wasn't that good, and I was very young, and it was the most glorious, fun experience ever. The indirect, yes, Dunk may have had lips, but not because of its bite force. My favorite Paleozoic creature is probably Dinogorgon or any Gorgonops for that matter. They are smanky. Donald Trump is the most horrifying creature to walk the earth, but Demon Dad is the most powerful. This is some documentary level shit right here. And the chat's dead. The chat. Indomoose. Indomoose. That just makes me sparkle inside and say, wow. Okay. Chat's really dead now, but we have Indomoose, so it doesn't matter. What would the Indomoose's powers be? You guys decide. Can we see Rose versus Red Sail? Then we see T-Rex versus Spino. No, screw that. Sorry, I have no patience for T-Rex versus Spino stuff. No, and I don't. Mountain Crypt. Are you watch Goji King of Monster? What? Indo Goose? Do you own any Mattel figs? I don't own any Mattel figs, sorry. Apatzidi's video ideas by the end of the stream. Overwatch, Dino Return Dance, Indomoose. Yes. Google Opabinia so we can see your reaction. Okay. I'm Googling it now. Oh, it's this thing. Oh, it does look like Obama. Okay, that explains a lot. Indo and Penny, are you gonna watch Godzilla King of the Monsters? Probably not. I didn't even see freaking Endgame, man. I'm a loser. I'm a complete loser, and you should no longer be my friend. Do you own any tarantulas? I own 20. Wow, I don't own any tarantulas. I would like to. They are cool. They have many legs, and they are fuzzy. How could you not love that? Do you think collectors should do an update of their Megalosaurus? Yeah, that would be kind of cool to see, but at the same time, Megalosaurus is so fragmentary that it's like hard to have much confidence in how it should look. Jane dies in Endgame. But Goji need money so we get more MonsterVerse. Whatever. I don't care about your freaking MonsterVerse random forgettable high budget action flicks. I'll tell you what I want more of. I want more. I don't want more anything. Not besides like Blade Runner 2049. I've enjoyed many new movies. You know? It's like even stuff like Marvel, which has been done a million times. I still enjoy it, but as far as movie franchises that I really care about, we're kind of down to Blade Runner and Mad Max, and honestly, those ones are kind of like the last movies were so good. I sort of just want them to stop now. Like please don't ruin. Every Megalosaurus fig I've seen has been bipedal and had a dragging tail. That's sad. I too want the fuzzy, many-legged boys. However, I will just continue to get more geckos. I can never have enough geckos. That's true. You can never have enough geckos. It's the truth. You suck. You suck too. I mean, I don't mean to be like snobby or nothing, and I'll absolutely, but I still love you. It's just, I don't know. I mean, Hollywood is in a, I mean, I act like it's a new thing. For the last 20 years, Hollywood, well, no, not 20. For the last 10 years, Hollywood has been, no, it has been 20, hasn't it? for the last maybe 15 years, Hollywood has been a large corporate thing for which I have little, you know, care. And there's few, you know, franchises from large movie studios that I really have a lot of like earnest investment in anymore. But yeah, it's always been this way. Don't lie, I know to some extent it's always been this way. But I feel like, I mean, it's no secret that cinema now is as corporate and forgettable and as integrity-less as it has ever been. Integrity-less is the keystone word here, I think. I just got a hognose snake. He is a little hissy boy. Oh boy. Just, you know, if it starts turning blue, that means it's powering up. Little fact they don't tell you about hognose snakes. Sometimes they turn blue, they start glowing, they grow arms, and they take you out, so be careful. If you only collect them on a Burrosaurus, Gibson. I didn't even know they made one. I think you're just a nostalgic bum. Whatever. To be fair, part of it is just the fact that I'm not a huge movie watcher. I'm much more of a TV watcher, which is why I have a lot more favorite shows than I do favorite films. And for me to find a movie that I really like find to be a favorite film or a franchise of films even that I really care about, it's pretty rare. So part of it is just that. Like, I don't own any reptiles, but I own Quaker and budgie parakeets. Aww. Hey, birds are reptiles. Hashtag birds are reptiles because birds are dinosaurs and dinosaurs are reptiles. Shows are an extension of Hollywood. Well, yeah. But I would argue that television now is at like its height, or at least it was maybe 5 years ago. I mean, just the amount to which television has changed and the amount to which it has become more like cinema, it's been so exciting for me, and to grow up in a time like that has been awesome. Whereas I perceive movies specifically to be moving in a more negative direction, I suppose. But well, Sky legally qualifies as a reptile now. Hell yeah! I'll see a Marvel flick every once in a while, but I'm pretty much meh about movies. Yeah, I hear you. Sits down and watches Charlie Chaplin. Huh? I watched the Russian sleep experiment short film and I'm scared for days. I didn't know there's someone made a short film about it. I'm getting a third gecko soon and I can't wait. He's a super Dalmatian crested gecko. I'm getting him for a Freddy's movie. Dude, that's awesome. Gecko up, yo. I should probably sign off soon. Do you like the collective Perilous Titan? It's alright. What's your favorite modern animal figure? I looked over to my shelf, but my shelf is gone. All my modern animals are packed up, stored away, and safely. They've been all dusted and scuffs clean, dusted, buffed, rinsed off, dried, fluffed up, and all safely put away in preparation for Ewick Man to come down here and take them eventually. So they aren't out anymore. I would answer that if I had them on hand. All right, well, I think I'm gonna leave y'all. I think I'm gonna leave y'all with an important message. And the important message is subscribe to Spitfire Tree.